Castles, kings, and coronations. In the distance looms the specters, a castle and domain of kings. But I see the labors of my ancestors, nomadic stonemasons that just such a project brings. I see a village come to life as families vie for space to make a temporary home, leaving no names that descendants can ever trace. I feel the weariness of their journey from lands both far and near, and see young lads fetching water for the fathers they hold most dear. I see the scaffolds balanced in the clouds, dangerous heights and heavy loads, and wonder about those who died to never have had their story told. I feel the sacrifice of womanhood to keep their men folk fit, scraping together each frugal meal and keeping the precious home fires lit. I see the many men folk collapsing and dying by the score as stone dust clogs their airways when they shall breathe no more. Left are the majestic castles, tales of kingships, wars, and lore. But the heroes were my ancestors, stonemasons' stories echoing in the castle's very core. I am descended from the name Walker, and indeed my ancestors were stonemasons, and they left their footprints in Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, and the New World, Guilford, Connecticut. They were responsible for much of the work that I am sure was done on the castles of Ireland and of Scotland. And I know a little bit about the stonemasons. My great-grandfather was a stonemason and became responsible for the shipments of quarry stone for the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty. It was pink granite, and it came from the Beatty Quarry in Leeds Island. And many of the stonemasons died a horrible death, an early death around the age of 35, simply from the quarry dust. All of the silica clogging their lungs. And the Rock of Cashel is just one such castle, one such tale of stonemasons. Yes, it was the home place of kings and coronations. But there was more to the story, much more. And when we go to visit it, we need to keep that in mind. I don't believe there were any records kept of death tolls of people who built these incredible structures. Most of them don't have tombstones to even signify that they were there and did the work. But even the high crosses imparted silica dust. And this structure, the Rock of Cashel, started around the 4th or 5th century with the legend of St. Patrick throwing a stone and designating its site. That was the St. Patrick's Cross. Legends are a wonderful thing. But the story of a people is even more wonderful. So when you go to the Rock Cashel, look at some of the columns, because on the columns in some places you will see the trademark of a stonemason. This photograph I have on canvas over my bed. And later, as time progressed, the castle was given over to the church. And this is the Hall of Vicars, where they used to chant their songs. So when you go to any place that is a castle, an abbey, a cathedral, think about the artisans that built them. For those are long lost crafts. We don't see that today. I hope you've enjoyed this trip.